Hi, I'm Dorothy Creamer, Managing Editor for Hospitality Technology Magazine, coming to you from the 20th Annual MURTEC. With me is Asif Khan, founder and owner of the Location-Based Marketing Association. Asif just this afternoon gave a very well-attended and well-received session on all about location-based technology and where it's going in the future and how restaurants and other establishments can use this new technology. Asif, I'd love to hear from you what you think is really this next generation of technology and how can restaurants implement it? What should they be looking at?
Yeah, so I think, if you're in the restaurant industry or even the retail industry or anybody who has multiple locations, I think it's really about, how can we understand where people are right now from a media spend perspective, whether you're spending money on billboard or radio or television or mobile itself, and then kind of find ways to, kind of link where they are right now to the closest restaurant that's near them and kind of use that as a way to drive traffic into the venue. Because at the end of the day, if you have a follower on Facebook that says they're, you're a super fan, knowing where they are right now is really important because that's ultimately how you're going to affect the bottom line. And then once they're there, it's about how do you create experiences inside the venue, that engage them, that get them excited, that make them want to come back, that it's not just about the food, but it's about like, this is a destination, this is a place that I want to hang out at, this is a place where, things happen and it's not, and the technology is kind of like invisible underneath the scene. So yeah.
You also mentioned a lot of different technologies. There seems to be a lot of people entering the space to offer different options to operators. But another interesting point you had with beyond the technology is how to give that a unique spin and to really tie an emotion to the location-based technology. What advice would you offer to people who are looking into doing this to kind of guide them along the right way of really making an impact?
Yeah, I think it starts with kind of looking at content, right? I think too much focus has been put on, discounts and coupons and deals, and like nobody really cares about that. And at the end of the day, it just erodes your margin. And so I think what you really want to do is focus on, how do we create like these emotional, experiential, things that can happen in your place that can't happen anywhere else. And if you look at it from the retail point of view, for example, like a company like Best Buy, there's been so much talk in the media about this idea of showrooming, people going into a Best Buy and while they're there, they're looking up on Amazon for a better price, right? And the only way you can combat that kind of thing is if you can create an experience that is only available in the store or only available in the restaurant that you can't buy, online or offline, somewhere else. You got to physically be there to be part of it, right? And I think especially the other thing that's really cool is if you can get patrons to actually do things together and engage with each other. Like for example with TGI Fridays, I learned recently from one of my friends that works there that the founder of Fridays originally created Fridays because he wanted to hook up with flight attendants, right? And so he created an experience, he created an environment that was all about, that kind of clientele and that kind of environment where people could hook up. And so in today's world, like Fridays will look at, things like how can we employ Tinder, for example, in our restaurants to recreate that kind of environment. So I think we need to look at that and focus on the emotion of people, that we're people, right? And we're driven by, experiences and friends and all of that. Like, we can have friends on Facebook, but we still rather hang out with our friends, I think, in person.
Absolutely true. Well, it was definitely a well-received session, and we appreciate your time so much, and we look forward to hearing a lot more. But thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at MURTEC.
Thank you.